Hello, buddies. Thank you for coming to 2022 to be CCIE expert, CCIE OSPF Explanation. Watch your stream and let me tell you more about it. So, let's see today's CCIE expert explanation. Okay. So let me introduce myself. I'm the SPOTO CCIE tutor, and welcome to join me today. Everyone is welcome to enter our live broadcast room. Today, our live broadcast will explain the CCIE technologies. So you can watch your stream and welcome to join me today. Everyone is welcome to enter our live broadcast room. Today, our live broadcast room will explain the technical point about the OSPF in details and offer unprecedented product with huge discount. So don't miss it. Don't forget to like and follow our social media like Facebook and YouTube for more updates. So welcome to everyone. So do you know CCIE certification? Okay, hi tutor, hello everyone. Okay, welcome to our live webinar. So, have you everyone know CCIE certification? Anybody know can also comment below. So, okay, welcome to Black. So, have you know the CCIE certification? Anybody knows can comment below. Okay, hello, welcome. Welcome to today our broadcast. Okay, so some friends must know the CCIE certification, and yes, many of you know the CCIE certification. If you haven't heard of CCIE certification, then you are definitely not a qualified network engineer. So, as you can see from today's timeline schedule, I will show the overview of CCIE certification, and I will explain the CCIE OSPF, and at the same time, I will introduce the EI Lab service package, how to prepare for CCIE EI Lab preparation tips. So let's start. Okay, thank you for share your information. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to looking for CCIE Enterprise, you can choose SPOTO. We will help you, and later I will introduce the preparation tips for everyone. So possible to pass the CCIE in 3 months. Yes, I will use some candidate report to show you, so you can see later. Okay. So let's start. First, let's introduce myself. This is my CCIE number. I belong to SPOTO Gold Instructor. Okay, I belong to SPOTO Instructor. So let me introduce myself first. I'm proficient in Cisco and Huawei Datacom technology, and I have 5 years of experience in after-sale technical support from manufacturer and 2 years of project management experience. So at the same time, I'm familiar with the network construction and troubleshooting experience of routing, switching, and wireless product in different projects. At the same time, I'm responsible for course development and training for some product line of the manufacturer. And I'm creating the development of online platform courses, help manufacturers channel growth and technology improvement, and help the company channelization strategy. So, okay, you have booked the exam on December, so maybe you need you need to have some time to prepare because the CCIE EI Lab preparation time is need at least 3 months, at least 1 month. But most of friend need 3 months. So okay, so if you want to looking CCIE exam, you can choose SPOTO, and I will introduce some candidate report for everyone. So okay, so let me introduce later. So this okay. So first, I will introduce my experience of my taking the CCIE exam. I would like to briefly share with you. I hope it will be helpful to you and reduce the appearance of some unnecessary problems. I believe everyone's efforts are to make more money, right? In the past, I felt like my salary was very low, and there were people around me who were working on the internet. Their salary was very higher than my own, so I tried to get in touch with the internet. However, when I searched for material to study online, I encountered many difficulties, such as lack of time and there are no places to exchange my question that I didn't understand. So I signed up for a learning institution and found that others have prepared learning material and a practice environment for me. So in the end, it only took 2 months to pass the CCIE exam at one time. So if you follow our standards, we will help you to pass the CCIE exam. So don't worry about the CCIE. Okay. So let's move to the CCIE overview. Before the introduction, I would like to let you see our CCIE holder latest past report. This report about August 24 and 11th and August 8th and 13th. So this is the latest report. So you can see. So you don't worry about these CCIE difficulties. At SPOTO, 2,300 plus IE, 2,300 plus IE from SPOTO. So the success story you can repeat. So do you want to be CCIE expert like them? Yes, I think the answer is must. You want. Okay, yes, if you want to be CCIE expert like them, yes, now let's unlock the passing secret one by one. So, okay, I will make a brief introduction of CCIE first. The CCIE, the Cisco Certified Internet Work Expert CCIE credential is one of the most prestigious networking certifications in the world, issued by Cisco, and it is meant to identify top network engineering experts. Employee CCIE is one of the most influential networking certifications a network engineer can have, and those who possess them are often industry leaders due to their extensive knowledge. So you must pass a written exam and a practical lab exam to obtain CCIE certification. Percentage with SPOTO. Okay, if you want to the CCIE passing percentage, I can say the percentage is about 95%. 95%. But if you want to know the detail, you can join our admin. Okay. So you don't worry the passing percentage. Okay, so we will introduce later. Okay, so with the CCIE, you can take your place as a technical leader. Technology areas include enterprise infrastructure, data center and service provider, enterprise wireless and security, and collaboration. I will choose a few directions to explain to everyone. So, first is about enterprise infrastructure. This track certifies professionals who work with complex network infrastructure. It tests their planning, operating, and troubleshooting skills. And second is about data center. If you work in a data center, you may find this certification is very useful. It measures your competency in the planning and execution of data center infrastructure and other related topics. And thirdly is about security. The certification varies your ability to understand, address, and prevent various modern security risks and vulnerability while applying industry-based practice. So, which CCIE track do you pursue? You can leave your comment below. So, okay, I will show you later. So you can wait a moment. So, okay, yes. So I want to ask everyone, our friend, which CCIE track do you pursue? You can leave your comment below. Maybe someone would interested in enterprise infrastructure, and some people want to achieve security CCIE certification. So, which CCIE track do you pursue? You can leave your comment below. So don't be shy. Okay. One of my friend passed CCIE. Okay, that's really good news. Okay, so congratulations. So if you choose SPOTO, I think you must achieve this success with your friend as your friend. Okay, so okay, yes. So our solution is very real, and it's actually the same as the exam room. So don't worry about it. I don't have much time to prepare. Oh, okay, I see. But you don't worry this problem because our students as you, they also have job, so they don't have enough time. But I will arrange your plan. Arrange study plan for you, so you can look. I will introduce later. So if you want to achieve CCIE certification, you can wait a moment. I will introduce how to prepare in less time, okay, and in one time to pass the CCIE exam. Okay, so I see many of you want to CCIE EI track. Alright, EI is very popular in current market, but someone may be interested in different direction. As we all know, as long as you are engaged in networking, enterprise infrastructure is the foundation of all network. So don't hesitate to give our webinar a thumb up and join the study group, and stay tuned to get huge gift, free EI Lab demo during the live webinar. So if you want to achieve the CCIE certification, you can join the study group and stay tuned to get huge gift, free EI Lab demo during the live webinar. Okay, so yes, I see many of you want to CCIE certification, and other friends, if you have any question, you can leave your comment below and I will reply for you. Okay, so next I will introduce the CCIE theory. CCIE is widely considered the industry highest level IT certification program. It equips candidates with excellent internet working skills that are simply the best in the industry. However, do you know the CCIE salary? Let's see the CCIE average salary in USA in 2022. For example, the average CCIE salary in the USA is $151,250 per year. And you can see from the right chart, there are huge gaps for the salary between certified and non-certified professionals. People with CCIE certified earns almost 20% than the non-certified. So you can get the idea why CCIE is so popular. So this data is very real because my friends and I are both CCIE certificate beneficial. If you have the CCIE certification, you must go to work in a big company, which will make your entire technical practice and the salary grow rapidly. But the problem is how to get it right. It is a difficult exam by yourself. So don't worry, I will help you prepare for the lab exam well. So welcome. Welcome everyone. So let's see the next part. The entry-level job title in the industry for a Cisco certified internet work expert include network engineer, network architecture, and Cisco engineer, and so on. And if you are mid and senior level designation for CCIE certified professional, it include Cisco consultant and senior security and CCIE system engineer, and so on. So according to the pay scale, the salary for different job titles varies based on years of experience. Countries maybe, but it can be ensured that there are huge potentials for CCIE holders and great salary enhancement for CCIE networking professionals. CCIE has provided us with many opportunities for employment and job hopping to earn high salary. So if you have the energy, I highly encourage you to hurry up and learn CCIE. So let's go to the next part. How to obtain the CCIE certificate. So you need to pass one core exam and one practical exam lab. So let's move to the CCIE EI exam overview first. That if you have planned to get CCIE Enterprise, so today's webinar is very suitable for you. So you can look at it. So let's move to a CCIE EI exam overview first. To get CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure Certification, you have to pass two exams. One is the EI Written exam. Written code exam is 350, 401 in code. This exam tests a candidate knowledge of implementing and enterprise network technology, include virtualization, infrastructure, network assurance, security, and automation. After passing the written exam, you can take the second exam. It's about the lab. So this is the CCIE EI hands-on lab exam, covering the enterprise network through the entire network lifecycle, from designing and deploying to operating and optimizing. So let's move to the lab part. As you know that the routing switching has changed to CCIE EI Lab. So from this change, it can be seen that the current IT industry requirements for network engineers are no longer just routing and switching. routing and switching, but also add SDN and programming. This part is mainly about routing and switching, and this part is SDN, and this part is SDN. It's about security, and this part is mainly about programming. And the positioning requirement for network engineer have become higher. So instead of having 3 modules as the old CCIE route and switch did, the new exam has 2 modules, mainly divided into design module and DOO. DOO include deploy, operate, and optimize. So this exam is 8 hours total, with the first exam is being 3 hours and the second exam being 5 hours. So candidate will be tested on varying technology and solution listed in the exam topics throughout both modules. While both modules independent from each other, there is a progressive storyline that will be built upon throughout the entire 8 hours lab practical exam, and candidates won't be able to navigate back and forward between modules. So, module 1 is about the design part. It is the first module, and it is very similar to our written test with a total of 39 questions, including a welcome question and an ending question, and you are not required to answer these 2 questions. So in total, you need to answer 37 questions in total, so you won't be doing any configuration in this part. This is going to be things like drag and drop, multiple choice, single choice, drop-down selection, all the things that you are used to seeing on a typical Cisco exam. And just like all of those exams, there is no backward navigation allowed. You won't be able to make any change or adjustment to your answers. You have to move on, but you have access to Cisco's online documentation. You have 3 hours for this module, and you can finish your design module in advance, but the remaining time won't accumulate to the next part. So if you exceed 3 hours, you can use the DOO time, but your DOO practice time will be less, so you need to control the time. So I will introduce the DOO in detail. After completing the design part, you will move on to the second module, deployment, operation, and optimization, which we call the DOO in short. First, you will get a lab topology framework and the requirement in advance, and then it is up to you to construct how this network is built and optimized. And the exam time is only have 5 hours, which is also the reason why many students failed. So candidates will have full visibility on all questions within this module. Point values associated to each item are displayed within this module. So to pass the exam, candidates need to score higher than the aggregated pass score of both modules and score higher than the minimum score set on each of the modules individually. There cannot be a situation where a module score is too low because Cisco needs comprehensive talent. So, alright, we have talked about lots of CCIE Lab exam overview. Now let's go deep into about The key point today, CCIE EI Lab Demo Explanation. So, how many of you want to know about this? Please type Lab Demo in the comment room. Okay, so everyone who wants to know about CCIE EI Lab Demo, you can type the Lab Demo in the comment room, and I will introduce in detail. Okay, so friends can interact with us, and the more people comment, the more information I can share with you. Okay, so if you want to know the CCIE EI Lab Demo explanation, you can type Lab Demo, and I will share the more information with others. Okay. Yeah, I can't see anyone's comment. If you don't want to know the CCIE EI Lab Demo, okay, I think most of friends want to know the CCIE EI Lab Demo, right? Okay, so if you want to know the CCIE EI Lab Demo, you can interact with me, and the more comment, reply, and the more information I can share with others. Okay, so today we will introduce the OSPF, the application and principle of OSPF in the EI Lab exam to explain to you. Okay, so this is the complete EI Lab topology diagram, which is mainly configured from routing, switching, SDN and SD1 and programming, and this part belong to HQ category, and this module belong to the DC category, and the module on the right belongs to the IAS, and the SP1 and SP2 are connected, and the corresponding 4 branches are belong the SP. So among them, this module is mainly the routing and the switching part, which first realize the whole network communication, including OSPF, EIGRP, MPLS, BGP, DMVPN, and other technologies. And this module is about the SDN and SD1 technology, mainly manages and configure the equipment of the local area network and the wide area network in a unified manner, including fabric, underlay, list, multiple site, and controller role, and so on. The right part is our programming. Programming is relatively simple for SPOTO students. So in this topology, OSPF is mainly used in HQ, DC, and branch 1, branch 2, including OSPF neighbor establishment, passive interface, and prefix separation. So let's first look at the OSPF adjacent establishment process. If the two routers establish the OSPF neighbors, when the OSPF router interface is up, it will sending the hello packet, but hasn't received any hello packet, so it is in the down state at this time. But if the device is in NBMA mode, the device will enter the attempt state. So when the OSPF router interface receives the hello packet, router B will add the router ID of the sender of the hello packet to its neighbor list and enter the initial state. For example, when the router B receives the hello packet from the router A, it will add the router A to router B's neighbor. Okay, so when the OSPF router interface receives the hello packet containing its own router ID, RID, it's about router A, it will enter the two-way state and forms the neighbor relationship. So after entering the two-way state, it will confirm whether to conduct the design router DR election according to a link of different network types. P2P point-to-point types don't have this process. So have you anyone knows this knowledge about OSPF? If you know the OSPF adjacency establishment process, you can interact with me. Okay, so after the DR election is completed or the DR election is skipped, the OSPF adjacency relationship is established and the start state is entered. The DBD exchange master and slave router are elected, and the DBD sequence member is defined by the master router, and the router with the large router ID is the master router. The purpose is to solve the reliability of DBD itself. So, speaking of this, I would like to share with you a question. In the EI lab, the router's log, it shows that the OSPF neighbor state has been stuck in its start state. You can see this is about the device log. So, what could be the problem if the device stayed in its start state? Does anyone know the answer? Who know the answer can reply it. If you don't know the answer, you can reply 0 in the comment room. Okay, so have you anyone know why the device switch 2 or 0 is in its start state? Have anyone know the reason why? Okay, so does anyone know the answer? If you know the answer, you can reply or you can comment below. If you don't know the answer, you can reply 0 in the comment area, because this question is about the CCIE EI Lab exam. Okay, so have you anyone know the answer? Okay, so it seems like no one know the answer. Okay, so I want to ask. Okay, so everyone know the answer. Don't know the answer. Why the device is in the start state? Okay, so maybe okay, yeah, that's right. My God, you guys are very excellent. Yes, that's right. Good job. You are very excellent. Yes, it is the MTU problem. So there is a configuration in OSPF that need to be modified MTU. So this problem is about the CCIE EI Lab CCIE EI exam. So you can solve the problem by yourself. Good, right? Well done. Okay, so these are the details of the OSPF, and some other details can directly refer to SPOTO EI Lab solution. Okay, yes. So maybe someone don't know the answer. If you don't know the answer, you can refer to our SPOTO CCIE EI Lab solution from SPOTO. Okay, so because this knowledge we should master this. Okay, so let me continue with this adjacency process. So after the master and the slave router election is completed, it will enter the exchange stage to switch DBD information. So after the DBD exchange is completed, the device will enter the loading state. It will compare the link state database LSDB with the LSA header of the received DBD and found that there is no LSA in the database. So the device will send the LSR and request the LSA from the neighbor. After the neighbor receives the LSR, it will respond LSU. So when the device receives the LSU from neighbors, it will save this LSA in their own link database and send the LSACK confirmation. So after the LSA exchange is completed, it will enter the full state, and all OSPF routers that phone's neighbor have the same link database. At the same time, the device will send hello packet regularly to maintain neighbor relationship. So, good job. Okay, so thank you everyone's reply. I feel very excited. So I have also summarized the OSPF adjacency process for you. You can read the process introduction for yourself. I don't need to repeat it. So the above is about the principle of OSPF adjacency establishment process. There is a lot of knowledge about OSPF because the live broadcast time is limited today, so you can directly learn the EI Lab solution of SPOTO. So if you want to know more about OSPF or know more about knowledge about the CCIE EI Lab, you can directly learn the CCIE EI Lab solution from SPOTO. So okay, so if you want to, you can contact us. So next part, we will introduce the relevant requirement of SPOTO in EI Lab. So let's read it. Okay. So the CCIE EI Lab exam requires students to complete and correct the OSPF configuration on the switch 101, 102, and 201, 202 according to this requirement. Switch 101, 102 is in HQ 101 and 102. This part DC switch 102. 201, 202, and first, it is required us to enable OSPF v2 on the redundant interconnection between the DC and HQ. And you should make site that OSPF establish adjacency on this interconnection and exchange routing information between DC and HQ category. Okay, second, you must protect the authenticity and integrity of the OSPF v2 session on the redundant interconnection between HQ and DC. So this part requires us to configure authentication, and this part is require us to establish OSPF neighbor. And thirdly is about improve the detection of unreachable OSPF v2 neighbors on the redundant interconnection between DC and HQ, so that OSPF can detect the dose of a neighbor within 300 milliseconds. It is not allowed to modify OSPF timer to accomplish this requirement. So I want to ask friends, do you know this requirement? We should use which knowledge to solve this part? this requirement, we should use which knowledge to solve this requirement? Do you know? Have you anyone know it? If you don't know the answer, you can reply 0, comment. Okay, you can comment 0. Okay, so do you know this requirement? This requirement, we should use which technology to solve? It seems like no one knows the answer. Okay, I will introduce it. It requires us to use the BFD technology to check its connectivity. Okay, yes, okay. If you don't know the answer, I will introduce it. Okay, thank you your these friends to reply it. Thank you. Yes. So okay, so let's see the related command. These are some of the configuration commands briefly summarized for you, including OSPF interface network segment direction. The first command is about define which interface will participate in OSPF, and second command is about we can declare under the interface, and this part is about authentication, because the second requirement require us to configure the authentication, and this module is about virtual link, because you can see this requirement. CCIE EI Lab exam require us to configure HQ belong to area 1 and the DC belong to area 0. So we need to configure the virtual link so that we can achieve the connection between HQ and the DC category. So this command is about some command to check the effect. Okay, so we can simply demonstrate the relevant experiment. Let's demonstrate it briefly. So this part, can you see it? Okay, so we use 4 switches as the exam to demonstrate it briefly. Okay, so this is switch 101 and 102, switch 201 and 202. You can see this lab. Okay, so 101 and 102 belong to HQ category. So let me demonstrate it briefly. So okay, first okay, this device is about switch 101. So first we need to configure the IP address. Show IP address, show IP interface brief. Okay, so you can see this. Let me briefly introduce this. Switch 101 use Ethernet 01 to connect switch 220, and switch 101 use Ethernet 00 to connect switch 102. Okay, so let me check the IP address for everyone. So switch 101, the Ethernet 01 is configured 11.1, and at the same time I create the within 2000. The IP address is 101.2. Okay, so we can see the other 3 devices. Okay, this about the switch 102. 202. Okay, show IP interface brief. You can see this. Switch the Ethernet 01 is about this port. This port it is connected with switch 202. 202. It is the port address is 2022.1. Okay, and the within 2000 is 101.3 is connected with switch 101. Okay, and the device switch 201 show IP interface brief. Okay, Ethernet 00 is 11.2, 12.1. Okay, and the switch 202 show IP interface brief. You can see this. So let me check the connective of this device. So you can use the IP address to ping switch 102 connect switch 101 is use the 101.3. 101.3. The address is 0.2. Let me show it. Okay. 101.2. 101.2. 101.2. Okay, so you can see this is right. Okay, and we can also check the other device. Pin switch 101 is connected with switch 202, so you can pin 2022 switch 202. The IP is 2022.2. Okay, so you can see this. Okay, so it is right. And also we can see the other device, switch 101 pin switch 101 connected switch 102 11.2. Okay, it is right. So others I don't need to to show with you. Okay, so let me demonstrate the OSPF, the related command about OSPF. Okay, so first we need to configure OSPF. First router OSPF 1 and switch 101 is about the HQ category. So router ID, RID, we need to create the router ID. Also, we need to declare the IP address to under the interface. Okay. Interface within 2000. This port should be declared with area 1. IP OSPF area OSPF 1 area 1. Okay, and at the same time the switch 102 interface within 2000 IP OSPF. We should configure the OSPF router ID. But if you in your real CCIE EI Lab exam, you need to configure it. Okay, so interface within 2000 IP OSPF 1 area 1. Okay. Next part, we should configure other device. The switch 101. Oh, you can see the effect. To show IP OSPF label, you can see. So it is enter the full state, right? So if you see the state not in full, if not in full, maybe you have wrong configuration. But the device, if the device state in two-way state, it may be correct. Okay. And we need to configure other device. Switch 102. Interface Ethernet 101 IP OSPF error 0. Let me explain it. In real exam, we should configure switch 101 and 102. The within 2000 belong to area 0, and this part switch 101 and switch 201 and switch 201, switch 202 belong to area 0, and switch 202 belong to area 0. So we need to configure virtual link between switch 101 and switch 102. So I will demonstrate the related command. Okay. So let me demonstrate the second part is about authentication. If the EI Lab exam require us to configure the authentication, so we need to configure the Ethernet port interface 001 Ethernet 01, and we should configuration the authentication IP OSPF authentication, and if the requirement related keychain, you should configure the keychain. Okay, so keychain none. Okay, and because this requirement is about the BFD. You can see this. It is about BFD within 300 millicycle. It's used to detection of unreachable OSPF v2 labels. So you can configure BFD. So let me demonstrate it. IP OSPF BFD. Okay, so this is the related command. And if you want to configure virtual link, we should enter the router OSPF process and area 1 to virtual link, and it is should add the name, and it is should add the router ID. Okay, so let's the related command about OSPF. So if you want to know more about the configuration, you can learn the SPOTO solution. Okay. So this part is about this is the partial requirement of OSPF in EI Lab. If you want to know more about the CCIE exam, you can directly refer to our SPOTO solution. We have talked lots about CCIE EI Lab demo. I think you must wonder how to pass the CCIE Lab exam in less time. So let me tell you the passing secret with SPOTO step by step and our CCIE EI Lab service package. First, EI Lab has 2 modules, including Design and DOO. Design is very simple for SPOTO students because we have complete information to provide students. So this part won't be focused on the introduction. We mainly look at the DOO module. SPOTO has clearly practice standard for students. For example, it is recommended to complete DOO within 3.5 hours before recommending students to take the exam. For example, the switch, routine and the switch, and SDN should be complete within 1.5 hours. Many students find it strange that DOO have 5 hours. Why the tutor requires so high? Because candidates may experience various failure in DOO due to nervousness, unfamiliar with the test environment, and so on, which may lead to various failure. So follow my standard strictly, and I will give you an effective test preparation experience. So, secondly, the REC practice environment we provide for everyone is sufficient. So you can flexibly arrange your spare time to practice through the cloud. The most important thing is our practice environment is basically the same as the examining room. So don't worry about your practical difficulties. We have already made study arrangement for everyone. Okay, so our practice environment will separate routing and switching, SDN, and programming, and finally we'll have a fusion experiment. What you see is our routing and switching practice environment. Everyone will get a unique routing switching REC practice permission, and when you complete the routing and switching practice, we will help your overall practice quality, and I'll tell you where there are deficiencies to improve. And this is our SDN REC practice interface. This is a complete practice environment, including routing and switching, SDN and programming, which is 99% identical to a test exam. You can play your own practice time and adapt to the test room environment for practice in advance. And when you meet exam standards, we will help you to review your practice process to ensure the quality of your practice. So, the overall REC practice environment is very convenient, and the practice environment is almost the same as the test room. So, here I would like to briefly introduce our service process and what you can get if you choose our CCIE training courses. First of all, we provide one-to-one service at a VIP level, and we will distribute lab material. All study material that are the same as the exam content. And we also provide REC practice exercise. The REC include LS, initial configuration. If you encountered any problem or difficulties during the practice, we will help you to solve them through the remote software. So we will provide tutorial explaining workbooks and solution. It's also show you how to configure it section by section. At the same time, we will arrange for you about the test the quality of practice at each stage to confirm that you meet the test standards. At the same time, we will arrange the sprint plan for you, matters needing attention in the exam, and so on. So we will make sure your CCIE in one pass in the exam. Okay, so here is the CCIE Lab service package. You can take a look. We provide 3 months service time. Thus, you will have enough time to practice. So, you can also follow your own timetable. It is flexible. As the CCIE has 2 modules, we deliver the lab service and learning material in stage. The first stage is about we should send routing and switching solution, and the rake and the learning cycle is 3 to 4 weeks. So it's no need to consume local computer, and you can practice anytime and anywhere. If you have complete the first stage, we will verify the quality of your practice for you, and after confirming that you meet test standards, you will enter the SDN stage. So, second part, we will send the SDN and SD1 solution and practice drag permission, and then check each candidate practice process. Programming is the same, so the practice environment is perfect for everyone to learn. And the third stage, we will send the Lab 1 Plus. Lab 1 Plus new solution. This module is not difficult. Basically, as long as you are proficient in the old version of DOO, Lab 1 Plus exam preparation is very fast. And the design part material will be sent out 1 week before the exam. So, of course, we will flexibly adjust the study plan according to the characteristic of each student. Some students have strong learning ability and can also take the exam within 1.5 months and pass the exam at the one time. So let me share something about my preparation tips for CCIE. First, you should familiar yourself with and understand the lab topology and requirement. You should understand the provisioning environment for each device. Second, you should practice lab content in module and analyze the routing data clearly. Thirdly, you should identify weak points through module exercise. Summarize the fault and the problem you encountered, and share your troubleshooting ideas with your tutor. And the fourth is about completely practice the lab version without referring to solution to improve proficiency and accuracy. Finally, you should contact tutor for periodic quality inspections to verify their own shortcomings and consolidate and communicate with the tutor more and be able to follow the tutor's test preparation suggestion. So, these are my exchange experience with CCIE students. I hope it will help you to pass the CCIE exam. And these are feedback from other candidates. Our solution is very stable. You can see that. Maybe you can't see it clearly. I can read it. The new solution material exactly. Okay, and the design and deal were exactly the same as the exam. 你看 and all questions are the same, and the solution is stable, so you can't worry about our solution. It is very stable. Okay, so we use professionalism and service to win the trust of our customer. So in today's live sale, you can enjoy a lower price than usual. The original price is $2,000. Now the CCIE EI Lab service only need $1,400, so you can save $600. Please check a link on the comment zone in the live chat section to enjoy my exclusive offer for you. Okay, so it is really the lowest price. Friends who like learn should hurry up because this price won't be offered after 24 hours. So it will return to $2,000. So if you want to choose the CCIE EI Lab exam, you must action now. Okay, yes. So if you want to achieve the CCIE exam, you can enjoy now and you can hurry up. Okay, and I will help you to pass the CCIE exam in one time. Okay, so the price is very lowest. So if you want to achieve this dream, you can enjoy the offer we offer you. So this price won't be offered after 24 hours. Okay, it will return to $2,000. So I know you are almost content. I know you are almost certain that you are trust us. If you have any other question, welcome to communicate with us. Thank you, friend. Okay, so I hope today's explanation about CCIE EI Lab demo will help everyone. Okay, so you can pass the CCIE exam in one time. Okay, so if you want to achieve the CCIE certification, you can choose SPOTO. Okay, let's master the correct tools. Okay, so if you have everyone, do you have any problem? You can comment below and I will share with you. Okay, if you want to know more about the new Lab 1 Plus version, you can comment below. Okay, because the Lab 1 Plus is very important. It's added some ISE authentication. It's related the Takasis. It's about authentication. So if you want to achieve the CCIE certification, you can choose SPOTO. Okay, so if everyone have no further questions, today's webinar is coming to an end. I hope my explanation on CCIE Lab exam demo and the preparation tips, as well as the SPOTO CCIE service package, can help you to know why to choose SPOTO and why we can help you pass the CCIE Lab fast. Okay, so I will meet you at the same time next Tuesday. So please remember to follow me and see you next time. So thank you everyone. So okay, see you next time. Bye bye.